This is what I love about hunting. That frickin' moose was 20 feet from my tree, right here. Wow. Frickin' epic. Well, folks, when you have a bull moose that close to you, and he's all pumped up, and he's grunting, and he's trashing the brush with his antlers, it's pretty exciting. Really gets my ticker going, and I'm glad I'm up in the tree and not on the ground in his path. Right now they're chasing cows, they're sparring with other bulls. You never know what's going on in their head. And even though they are huge, they can move faster than you can. No, you want to stay out of their way. Yeah. Last week I spoke about how when I'm in a ladder stand, I often wonder, you know, if one's going to come by and clip my stand, you know. Not come at me intentionally, but like this guy, okay? I could hear him coming, he was grunting, and I hear the grunting getting closer and closer and closer. So I hung up my bow on the hook on my tree, got my camera out, and I could just see where he was, but not exactly, and right then and there he's walking, then he just turns and he trashes a spruce tree with his antlers. I wasn't filming yet because I was waiting for him to get closer, so I didn't get that on camera. But yeah, he's just walking along, turns and just rakes his antlers up and down a spruce tree that was probably 10, 12 foot tall, busting the branches off of it, making a racket. Now if you look closely, his antlers are stained red a little bit. That's because he just recently stripped the velvet off of his antlers, and they bleed at that time. Yeah, and that's why his antlers look like that. So everyone's asking how the hunting has been going. It's been going well. I've been really enjoying it. The temperature has been perfect for it. I've been seeing some game. I had the opportunity to take a deer on 2 occasions, but I let them walk. And some of my most memorable hunts are when I didn't shoot. Yep. Our season is long. It runs September 15th to December 15th, so I have ample time. There's no rush. So when the opportunity is just right, that is when I will take one. Yeah. But I've seen moose on every one of my hunts, and on one occasion I saw 4 moose on that hunt. It's funny. But no moose tag. It's the way it goes. So anyway, it's been good, and I have no worries about filling the freezer. All in good time. I really enjoy being out there. But I'm taking a break from that because we are getting a warm spell starting today. It's nice and cool right now because it's early morning. The sun's just coming up over the horizon over there. So, but it's supposed to get warm for a few days, and I like to let the deer hang overnight, and I'm not going to do it in warm temps. So I'm going to take this opportunity to work on my projects a bit more. I still got stuff to do. So I'm going to get that stuff taken care of, and the temps cool back down. I'll get right back out there. And of course, keep you up to date on how everything unfolds. So I want to show you another project that we've been doing, and I will show you further detail with that in the future. Let's go take a look at this. You know, I like having my stuff under cover when I can, but I haven't been able to do everything we want to do. You know, there's just not enough hours in the day or days in the week. So I've been living with some of my stuff under a tarp, and I don't like it, but I don't really have much choice. I like to do all my projects by myself, and I'm not going to hire somebody to do this and do that, because you run out of money too quick that way. So anyway, we had purchased one of those Shelter Logic portable shelters, you know, 10 by 15. And it sat in a box because I didn't have a level spot to put it. We live on a frickin' side of a mountain, you know what I mean? So I finally, now that I got the tractor, I brought in some gravel and I did this. And this is going to be here temporarily, but I made it so I can move it later on. But anyway, I'll show you what I did. So here it is right here. It's a 10 by 15 unit. And I picked the levelest spot that I could find to put it. And even this 10-foot span, it drops down about 18 inches, you know? So anyway, I'll show you what I did. So I built a frame, okay, and mounted it to the frame. And then I filled it all up with gravel in here. And it makes a pretty good shelter for my Polaris Ranger. All right? And then later, if I ever want to move it, I'll just come in with my forks, pick up that frame, and then just drag it away. But it's here for now, and it'll protect the Ranger this winter. We filmed the whole process of putting this together, okay? And when I have time, I'm going to edit all of that footage and make a how-to video on building one of these shelter logics. Because the instructions they have are lousy. They need some improvements in their instructions. It says something like 3 people in 2 hours to put that together. Yeah, screw that. 2 people in a border collie, all right? It took a while. So anyway, but there it is. When I have time, I'll edit the footage and I'll bring you that how-to video.
Well, after we got those big pines taken down, my friend brought over his John Deere and pulled all the stumps for us. Under close supervision, of course. Now, his machine is much better suited for the task than mine is, and he had the whole area stumped out before miller time. With the stumps out of the way, I graded out the area with my little Kioti tractor, and now I'm finally able to extend the driveway into areas that used to be difficult for me to access. You can accomplish a lot with a deer and a coyote in the yard.
Well, my friends, we have opened up some sky here in the backyard. What a difference it is having those pines down. Just amazing. Well, I'll show you what we got accomplished. Well, standing in the backyard, it just doesn't look like the same place anymore. I love it. So nice to have those pines gone. Very thankful for my friend Mark for coming and helping us with that and using his machine to pull those stumps out. Yeah. Oh, these sunflowers, this is what the bear planted. He was rolling around one of the bird feeders and sunflower seeds got planted. Now the driveway coming into the backyard, okay, this is what I wanted. This was all sloping down, you know, but I wanted a level spot that I could come in, back in, because right here next year is going to be a pretty good sized woodshed. All that wood right there is going to be right there in a woodshed. And I wanted good access to it because I'll be cutting firewood on my other lot. I'm going to be selling a little bit of cordwood too. So I just wanted a nice level spot where I could back in with a trailer or whatever. As before, it was sloping and stumpy and rocky. Wasn't a good access to the woodshed. Now it's going to be a good access. It's coming right around. It's just starting to turn. It's going to turn up, come up right here, and stop. Woodshed's going to be right there. This gravel packs down so good too. Yeah, that little machine really does a nice job. I am grateful for my friend Steve that set me up with that. Yeah, so it's running parallel to that stone wall that I built. And we got a nice access right to the woodshed. Fantastic. and all garden down there. It's going to be great. Well, I haven't really decided if I'm going to start the workshop yet. It's hunting season now, and I want to take my time with it. I don't want to have any pressures on me whatsoever about anything. I just want to enjoy my time in the woods, not feel rushed to take a deer, just enjoy it. Have a nice leisurely approach to my fall. And it's a favorite time of year. So I might put the piers in and maybe even get the lumber delivered, and then it can just sit here and I can build it when I want to. Now I also got the surgery coming up in 2 months, so I don't really know. I've got a lot of decisions to make.
Frankie and the boss out walking in the woods, living life happy and free. Tracks in the snow everywhere they go. There's a pokey way up in that tree. A beaver built a pond where they have some fun, taking life a day at a time. Best friends until the end. Frankie and the boss. Frankie and the boss. Frankie and the boss.